Hello everyone, my name is Caitlin from Florals.com, and today I have another color theory series video for you all. Again, Cynthia will be joining me on this adventure, so if you haven't checked out her channel yet and her video for this week, definitely check it out down below. I have a link to it. This week we are featuring orange. We already featured red last week, so if you haven't seen that, I'll have a link to the playlist so you can watch all of them once they're all up in the description down below as well. So we're working on orange this week, and last year when I did this series, which I also have that playlist link below, I did really great on the orange challenge. Now that I've used all of my orange papers, this one was a little bit harder, but I had an idea for this photo and I decided it'd be easiest to do it with orange since my school colors were orange. And this is another graduation photo. I've been scrapbooking those all the time, it seems like lately. But I'm going to start with this polka dot paper, which is from DCWV's Halloween stack from like 2009. It's a little bit of a childish pattern. I'd love a more sophisticated look for this page, but since the challenge was orange, I had to work with what I had. And I think by cutting it out, it made it a little bit better. So I just hand drew a 3, and then I will erase my lines here. But I just guessed at what it should look like, and then I trimmed it out, and then I'll trim it down a little bit in some areas to make it straighter or better shaped. So I've always wanted to do a layout with a giant number on it, and this happens to be the one that got it. I mean, it worked out beautifully. I think this was a great paper to start with, too, a nice easy polka dot, whereas like a vertical stripe or horizontal stripe might look a little bit different if you didn't trace it on straight. So it really depends what you're looking for, but this is a really good technique to use up some of those crazier patterns you might have. This one's not as crazy, but definitely a fun pattern nonetheless. While I was working on talking about this number 3, I also matted my photo on some Studio Calico orange and white pattern paper. I pulled out a bunch of my orange twines from Halloween since I picked those up at Target on clearance. Great deals on seasonal clearance. As you guys know, that's where I like to shop the best. I love shopping after Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, Christmas, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. Great deals on holiday themed items when they're not super holiday, like orange and white, not super holiday, but great deals. I have this paper, which is actually from Oriental Trading. I have that in a haul video on my channel somewhere. I haven't purchased anything from Oriental Trading in a while, but I do keep getting coupons from them. I'm just resisting to buy anything else. Very thin papers. It's from a Christmas collection, actually, and it's just a gray and dark gray pattern, almost chevron-like. And I cut a little strip of that to have some more texture on the background. And now I'm sorting through washi tapes and picking out some orange and black ones that I could possibly use on this layout. Because as you guys know, I'm trying to use washi tape on every single layout this year if possible. So I'm going to take 2 of those washi tapes. One is a plain black washi tape, which I actually picked up at IKEA. Just a thin strip black washi, as well as a black washi from Recollections that has little speckles of orange, silver, and gold triangles, squares, and circles, so like a bunch of different shapes. I'm taking those 2 thin washies and layering them at the intersection of these 2 papers. I don't like how the cardstock background that I chose from Studio Calico, the gray, is a different shade of gray than the ones that are on the bottom layer. So one's more of a warm gray, the other are more of a cool gray, but the washi tape helps divide that out a little bit and make it more even. Now the banner to the bottom right of my photo is a felt banner from Basic Gray, I believe, one of their outdoor collections, and I picked those up at Tuesday morning. I actually switched that one out. This is On Our Way for this black one that says from point A to point B, something like that at least. And I thought that was interesting to include because although we're not hiking, we are indeed getting from point A to point B during graduation. So I thought that'd be a fun little tidbit. Plus it adds a lot of texture because it's made of felt and it has a little wood dowel. That's just adorable. I'm now searching through my die cuts and I didn't find anything I liked. So I'm not using any die cuts on this layout except for a tag. You might consider that a die cut, but I pull out some things and I don't end up using them. I do use one of these vellum stars that I pulled out though. And now I'm playing with my twine again. I thought I might layer it with the washi tape, but I figured that wouldn't look as great and most of it would be covered up anyway. So I'm looking at a bunch of stickers in my stash. I have these Pretty Little Studio stars. I do end up using those, but I don't think it's in the process video for some reason. But you can see those in the close-ups. And then I pull out these Jelly Bean Soup word stickers. And I pull out the one that says awesome because it's in a great shade of orange, and it is going to be part of my title. So my title ends up being 3 Awesome Grads, which I really think is appropriate since there's 3 of us and it works nicely. Plus I made a giant 3, so I have to use that in the title somehow. And I end up putting my title above the photos, which is a nice place. And this orange doesn't exactly match. Luckily with monochromatic layouts like this one, you can simply just use all the shades of orange without having to feel like it doesn't match as if you're using a bunch of different colors. Like you want the blues to match if you're using blue, green, and purple, or red, or whatever, if you get what I'm saying. And now I'm going to use a Heidi Swap sticker that says Grateful. I don't stick it down yet because I want to glue down my number 3 and my photo, but it's a really old sticker that I picked up when I was still in elementary school. But Heidi Swap was popular back then, and she is now still. So I'm now layering everything together, including slipping a tag under my photo. Now I'm going to start looking through my 3D embellishments. I pick out a orange flare, which is from the Crafty Pocket, and it says Wonderful. And that's going to go in a cluster that's going to be at the end of my 3. I'm also looking through all of my puffy stickers because I have so many. And I pull out two Pink Fresh Studio puffy stickers from the Dream On collection. One is an orange and white star, and the other one's an orange heart. I also pull out a black puffy sticker that says Let's Do This, and that is from Mambi, so Me and My Big Ideas. Those are some planner stickers that work well for scrapbooking. So, lastly, I'm going to pick out this American Crafts foam black star and then start working on my title again. I have these, they're not puffy stickers and they're not foam stickers. They're a hard plastic, so maybe enamel stickers. Not 100% sure what this font is. But I believe these stickers are from an old Dear Lizzie collection. I'm going to thread some of the twine through a tag here, and I end up liking the way it looks curled like that, so I don't end up trimming the ends. I really like how it curls down to the other cluster down there. I'm grabbing some wood veneer stars to make a cluster off of my title, so a little cascading cluster up there, as well as adding a couple to my other clusters at the bottom side of the page. My fine line bottle was giving me some issues at the beginning of this layout, but I did end up fixing it and getting it to work to glue down all of my bits and pieces. And I'm going to add a bunch more of tiny embellishments to make this make these clusters grow. I'm putting some foam adhesive on the back of my flare so it sticks properly, and then fine line glue on the back of all of my stickers to make sure they stick properly. So I have to glue down all of my stickers because I don't trust them. I've heard of a lot of stories in the Facebook groups about people checking on their albums later on, a couple years later when they go to look through them, and stickers fall off fairly easily, especially the chipboard ones. While these aren't chipboard, I don't want to take any risks and decide to glue all of mine down anyway. So now for a little bit of extra embellishing, I pick out some of my sequins. These are a pack Sam got me off of Amazon. Then I also have a bunch from Doris, and there's another one. Craft maybe? That might be the brand. I don't keep the packaging for most of my sequins unless they're a sequin mix, because I put them inside of my little divided containers. That's just the way I work better, but I pulled out whites, oranges, and blacks. Trying to get a little bit of a mix there in size and color, as well as opacity. Some are transparent and some are opaque, so a little bit of difference there. To glue down my sequins, I use my fine line bottle with Scotch Quick Dry adhesive again. Definitely my favorite method. I tend to have a lot of static on my hands, so I know sequins tend to stick to me. I'm really looking for a pickup tool. I haven't decided on which one I might want to purchase yet, but I'm leaning towards the one by Uchida, I think that's pronounced. So if you have any advice on pickup tools for sequins and gems of the same sort, I would definitely love to hear your comments below on those. To finish off this layout, I'm adding some word strips from Tim Holtz. And that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this layout, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and definitely check out Cynthia's video down below. She did an awesome orange layout. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!